We're just back from a 5-week trip across Canada, and that finished with a 28-hour travel day. So we're all a little bit shattered, and I want to talk to you about how I'm going to get back into my routine. Now, instead of throwing myself in at the deep end, I'm going to do future me a favour and just ease back in gently, starting with some laundry. But after I've hydrated, a really quick question, because there's something that has been bugging me. Look, I have been up for 28 hours. If this is the first time you've seen me, who in their right mind, like genuinely, decided it was a really, really good idea to put screen on planes, you know, like you have the screen in the back of the seat, to put touch screens with games on? In particular, Angry Birds. What's that gem thing where you have to like match the gems? Because I don't sleep very well on planes either. I was sandwiched between my two kids. I was in the middle row. I had two kids to sleep on me, and every single time I was just about to get to sleep, the person behind me is like this, playing Angry Birds. Food-wise, I planned ahead. I had a food shop delivered just a couple of hours after we got in, and I threw together a really big chili, nothing fancy, and I wanted to make sure we had leftovers for the next day because that was when the jet lag was going to hit hard. I'd done loads of laundry before we left and even kept on top of the little bits whilst we were away, so when we landed I only had one small load to do. Everything else in the suitcases was already clean, and I just unpacked in 10-minute bursts and left the big bits for the next day, really. And honestly, that's the trick, just easing back into it gently so it doesn't shock the system. It just keeps things moving. You're more likely to stick with it, and it comes from the work that you did before you went. That is the secret sauce.